So the first thing is, if you have a team in the Old Republic of 4 characters, when you invite them into a group, the game arranges them in the exact same order for each of your characters every time. It doesn't rearrange them. It doesn't arrange them based off of alphabetically. It doesn't arrange them based off of any discernible pattern that I can tell. All I know is if you log into the game with 4 brand new characters and you invite them to a group in any like if you invite them in a different order or from a different character, it doesn't make a difference. The game arranges them in the same group. So because that's the same, we can use in-game the target functions to set up your group. So what I've done is I use F3, F4, and F5 in-game targets party member 1, 2, and 3 for F3, F4, F5. Now whatever character you're on, is always character 4. They're always group member 4 in a group. That's important to keep in mind. So you can see that everything here is based off of this concept. So if you go to target me and we look at it, it doesn't have a hotkey. It doesn't make a difference whether it's default on, off, released, whatever. None of these options matter. And all it does is send F3 to 2, F3 to 3, and F3 to 4. And you can see that's character slot 2, character slot 3, and then character slot 4. So when I'm in a group with my 4 sorcerers, my lead sorcerer, Mosg, M-O-S-G, is character 1 for all of them. So it sends target Mosg to the second character, the third character, and the fourth character. Does that make sense? And then when you go to assist me, it's the same thing. I don't have a hotkey bound to it. All it does is it sends the exact same setup, which is target Mosg, target Mosg, target Mosg, and then F6 is my bind in-game for acquire target's target. So everything else is based off those keys. So all you have to do is log into the game with your 4 characters, put them in a group, and then bind your target party member 1, 2, and 3 to whatever keys you want, and then figure out on each character who the other characters are relative to them. So for instance, on Mosg, on my lead character, he's always character 1 to all the others. And then when you look at some of these other key maps, and you go to like Sorc 4 and you look at his target. So my 4th Sorcer, MOS''G, he's the 3rd party member to all of them. But then the third character, he's party member 3, he's party member 2, 2, and then 3. So it's really weird. Like I said, it'll just take 2 seconds for you to set up. Let's go back to Sorc 1. So that's target me and then assist me, and then all I did with the assist me was target, 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 and then assist function. And everything else is based off those. One thing to note, that your jump keys require that hold any keystroke action while hotkey is held is set to on. And then so does the up, down, left, right keys. So the way I control it is WASD moves my main, and then the arrow keys on my keyboard only send to the alts, and they only move the alts. And then I just set it up so that whenever I open my bags, it sends B and Shift B so that it opens up my bag and my character screen. It's just a preference thing. And then I have the best mouse in the world. It's an MX518. It's a Logitech mouse. It has 2 thumb buttons, and then it has 2 buttons that are bindable that are underneath your index finger that are very, very easily reached. And to me, this is the best mouse I've ever used. It's super comfortable. It's super light. It comes in a corded version, so that wireless has a small there's a small delay when you use it. It was immediately noticeable to me. So anyways, I have my back thumb button, my 4 thumb button, and then this is my index finger, and then my jump is my back index finger. That's what I bound it to. And then I just have the unsheathed weapons so that I can run around cool with my lightsabers. So everything from here up is more like control stuff. Everything from here down is how I accomplish running the game, basically. So the buttons that I use to DPS and bind abilities in game is I primarily use space, EFRQ. Those are the major buttons that I try and use because they're very easily accessible. I can use them while I'm running around. So the hotkey is E. Holding a keystroke action is defaulted to on. And then you look at the steps. All it is do assist me, which is in the Sorcerer 1 key map, and you only send it to self. If you send this to all, then it tries to send it 4 different times. It sends it to each of the different windows. So this command goes through like 4 times, and it will lag your system out. If you have too many of these in once, it will lag it out. So you can see exactly what it looks like over here. Window current, the key map, Sorcerer 1, the mapped key is assist me, and then it just sends E to everybody. E, F, R, they all look the same, and then Q is a round robin, and Shift Q are the same. I have them set up to do round robin abilities. So the Q is my stun, and then Shift Q is my knockback. So I have it set up, do not advance for at least 1/2 second. And this is the first part of where it gets tricky. At first, it sends follow in my key map to self. So it tells all the others to target me. Remember with the follow key we had? Oh, I guess I haven't showed it to you yet. It does my follow key, then it does assist me, and then it sends Q to 1. So for a 1/2 second, I can spam Q, and it'll only try and fire off one of my stuns. And then it does the same thing, except it sends Q to 2, and then Q to 3, and then Q to 4. So I get a perfect round robin rotation on my stuns. And then Shift Q, it does the exact same thing, except obviously it sends Shift Q. G and Shift G are like buffs and my recharge abilities, and then PKLM, and those are all the like the character tab, the talent tab, etc. And then that's my mount key. Obviously, you know, this stuff's simple. All it does is it just sends that key to everybody. There's nothing weird going on here. So down here, follow shield, and then heal, Mosk, and the group heal. This is the part that I really wanted to explain to everybody. This is the part where it took me hours and hours and hours to fine tune it and get it to do exactly what I wanted it to do. So the first thing is, this key is magic. Okay, I don't understand exactly how it works. I don't know why the game reads it the way that it does. And I hate that because I really want to understand exactly what is going on when I do stuff. But all I can tell you is this key is magic. This is where the magic is. So my default hotkey that I use for follow is my tilde key. Holding a keystroke is off, and execute step when the hotkey is pressed. This is to make sure that I can hit it very quickly and the people will follow me. So when you open it up, there's only one step. And here's the magic. First, it sends numpad 0 to all the others. That's my jump key. Whatever your jump key is, that's what you bind it to. So if your jump key is space, it's space, all other. Then it sends tilde to all other. Tilde in-game is bound to follow for me. So it sends jump to all the others, then it says follow to all the others. Then do target me in whatever your key map is, only to yourself. So all of your alts will try and target your main. Then it sends jump again, and then it sends follow again. Now I don't understand why this works. I don't understand the order. I don't understand why it has to be this way. But for whatever reason, when you have follow set up in this specific pattern, and I'm not joking when I say I spent 2 hours playing with it, when you use an ability in-game and you have follow bound to that key, they will not break follow. They do not stop and look behind them. They're running, and they use the instant ability while they're moving, and they stay follow. It's obvious that they stop for a mere fraction of a second, like when follow is busted. Except they don't turn around and moonwalk and look behind them. But you'll never break follow by using this key, and they don't try and run around on top of you while you hit it. This is exactly what your follow key should look like. This is if I'm helping you troubleshoot on Skype, this is the first question I'm going to ask you. Does your follow key look exactly like this? If it doesn't, that's how you need to have it set up before I'm prepared to talk to you.